The number of foreclosures that we're seeing in this country really are beyond anyone's wildest imaginations. The devastation that's occurred, not to only those individual homeowners who are losing their home, but the communities that they live in, to the cities that they live in, to the tax base, to the health and welfare and safety of those neighborhoods and communities and country, has just been devastating.
IFLA stands for the Institute for Foreclosure Legal Assistance, and it's a national program that provides funding and support to attorneys that are trying to defend families that are in foreclosure. So our largest program is a 3-year grant we provide to organizations to hire attorneys whose job will solely be to protect homes that are at risk from foreclosure, primarily through litigation. In addition to that, we also provide funding for attorneys, both nonprofit and other attorneys who are defending families in foreclosure, and the purpose of those grants are to pay for the costs of litigation. And they're in the form of a loan, so if the attorney is successful and their costs are reimbursed, they put that money back into the fund so it can be given out to other attorneys who are defending families. And finally, we provide grants to organizations such as the National Consumer Law Center to conduct trainings across the country to all attorneys who are defending families from foreclosure.
I think the impact of that money probably has led to more than doubling of the number of attorneys across this country who represent foreclosures. We've been able to not only provide funding to those programs, but we've also provided them with a lot of backup and support. So now that instead of people in states across this country working alone, they now have a network and a community of people who they can support, who can support them and provide them with ideas. We have pleadings databases, we've got brief banks. There's a constant give and take so that people can share information. And so we've really strengthened that community.
The grant that we've gotten has been a tremendous benefit to our organization. We're a statewide program, Colorado Legal Services is, and to be able to use their generous funding to provide us with a full-time staff attorney has really meant helping more people. It's meant helping understand client situations in a much more thorough and meaningful manner.
In addition to the actual staff support and the monetary support, the support of like the organizations like CRL and NCLC and NACA in terms of their expertise and their ability to work with us and get training and more building expertise in-house has almost been just as beneficial to us.
Basically, IFLA allowed us to double our project's staff. A year or so ago, our project had 4 attorneys and 1 paralegal. At this point, because of IFLA and some other funding that matched IFLA, we have 8 attorneys and 4 paralegals. So not only did we get the IFLA money, but we were able to leverage using that money and get a matching grant from the MacArthur Foundation.
So the simple addition of 1 attorney allows us to take on that many more cases, perhaps as many as 100 more homes. Not all of those are savable, but in most cases I would say half of those are savable. So it has a real impact on the ground, having attorneys who are able to step in.
Before the IFLA grant, we had a consumer law unit that would sometimes take mortgage foreclosures, a few doing defense, a few a year. Now we have 2 attorneys doing this full time. We're working with coalitions, statewide and local coalitions of housing counselors and the Federal Reserve. It's a big difference, and I think we've caught it soon enough that we've been able to do some preventative things, and we'll continue to do more preventative things, hopefully so that it doesn't become the crisis it's become in other states.
Not only has it provided us with the funding to devote, full-time employees to this type of work, but also is with respect to the training and the opportunity to collaborate and network with other attorneys and other legal services offices across the country. That's been very, very helpful to us in Massachusetts.
It's opened up our availability to help people and to serve as a resource both for the Commissioner of Banks here, who's kind of screening subprime foreclosures and referring cases to the Justice Center and other places. That I don't think we would be able to do those cases if I wasn't around.
We do a pro bono project right now, foreclosure pro bono project, which has, because of the grant that we've received through IFLA, has given us more time to deal with not only the case-by-case responses, but also how to attack this foreclosure process in a larger, more systematic fashion, in one that really affects a greater number of people in the state of Colorado. So we believe that IFLA has provided us with a significant benefit, and ultimately the homeowners who really need help are the ones who benefit.